Hello, everyone. In the previous video, we talked about the ribbon breathing system. And in this one, let's discuss collisions. First, let's open the Animcraft panel. Let's enable the self-breathing option. It will have more dynamical effects. First, let's talk about gravity. If there is no gravity, the bone chain will directly follow our animation. It won't fall downward. Let's set a gravity value. For example, let's make a different results. Let's not use gravity for now. Let's simulate and see. So, it appears as if it's floating in the air. It doesn't look very natural. Now, let's add some gravity. Let's set it to 15. You can adjust this parameter. Set it to 15. For example, now it appears to have some weight to it. It is dropping down. Such the gravity effect. When we see it interacting with our weapon, there will be some overlap. This is where the collision object comes into play. For example, let's select the collision joint. Click on our collision body. This is a capsule. This is a sphere. This is a plane. Let's add a capsule to it. Scale and translate it. Increase its size, so it doesn't penetrate. That's about right. Let's simulate it again. We can see it will avoid this object. Let me check this result. The collision is accurate. Okay. Similarly, let's look at this braid. It is intersecting with another weapon. So we also need to add a collision body to it. Select it. Add a capsule. Manually adjust its size. Let's position it. Place it here. Let's simulate the dynamics of this braid. Using the same parameters. I noticed that the braid no longer goes through the weapon. It is pushed inward from the collision capsule. And it also collides with the weapon. Of course, we can also, for example, use the sphere. Place it on the head. The head is like a sphere. This sphere is actually a type of capsule. It just doesn't have length. Let's place it on the head. Then, let's run a simulation for this hair. Alright, have some result. It won't go through the face anymore. But this parameter may need adjustment due to different situations. We may need to adjust it sometimes. Another option is a plane. For example, if the character have a cloak and it's dragging on the ground, we can add some ground collision and simulate it. Let's see. I add it. It's small. We can scale it. Let's make it a bit bigger. Let's pull it up a bit. For simulating the hair dragging on the ground. For example, based on this, let's perform a simulation. Let's check it. We can see that it's lifted here. So it won't go through the ground anymore. And we can do a test like this. We can combine these shapes to achieve the desired result. Let me see. This is the collision effects. Let me take a look. It looks fairly natural. But there's one thing to note. Avoid situations like this, where several collision objects meet at a specific point, especially at the junction. Performing simulation for such intersecting parts may cause some bouncing between the two collision objects. In general, current placement should be fine. Let's take another look. Of course, we haven't enabled looping. So when it plays back and forth, the start and end frame may not sync perfectly. Okay, that's some knowledge about collisions. Thanks for watching.